welcome back to the show. You guys want more ASAF AVIDAN? Now, this is a request, actually, a donation request from my dear friend Renat. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. The song is called "Hoist Up the Colors." I'm feeling a bit of a sea shanty coming on here, could we say? Now, this is Foire aux. Let me see if I got that right. Foire aux. I believe it means the wine fair of Alsace. So it's 2015, and she told me to watch up until a certain point because I guess there's an interview part, but I guess it's before he gets into the song. So we're going to check that out, and of course words and music. So I'm going to dive into the lyrics after we check out the video, as per usual. Love his lyrics. I love his poetry. He's just unbelievable. A poet. Seriously, he could just write a book on poetry and it would be astounding. And I'm going to leave the link down below for you guys. So you go over there and give the love. Now, this is not ASAF's channel, but, they're supporting ASAF, so we're going to support them as well. And if you would like to support this little channel right here, well, we have links right down below for you guys to do such a thing. If you like what you see, like and comment, and please subscribe. Big shout out to my subscribers out there. Thank you so much for all you do, for helping support me and my channel here. Really couldn't keep the train on the tracks without you guys, so thank you. And I also want to give a big shout out to my muses on Patreon. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. You really mean the world to me. I love being part of this community that we have here. It's just absolutely phenomenal. If you'd like to join, that link is down below, as I said before. I do this and that right there. And this whole thing is it's less than 20 minutes long, this video, but we're only going to do a portion of that. So let's check it out. Hoist up the colors, mates. Renat, I hope you're ready, kids. I know you're ready, so buckle up. Let's do this. Oh, coming right in. Coming right in, folks. What a great groove.
Summer is a weird mixture of a lot of different kind of shows, because the thing that's called a festival is really an accumulative semantic explanation of a lot of things. It's some of it are very small jazz festivals in closed venues. Some of the shows that you do in the summer are big shows in front of tens of thousands of people. And I have to say that the really, really big ones, like Ziget or like I don't know, in France, I guess Solidays or Vieux, they're great. They're fun to do, and I feel that I get to be this, I don't know, something. But I feel more at home in smaller venues, or somewhere in the middle, like these venues that are large, but people are actually, music lovers that come to really listen to the details of the music.
They sound so awesome. It looks like a great gig here, and he's playing a really old Gretsch arch top, very similar to the one I have behind me here. This one, that one behind me, is from 1965, but it's an old Craftsman. It's a very rare guitar. I'm not sure. His looks like it could be 60s or even 50s. Beautiful instrument though, and I just love the way the drummer's just coming in with that groove. It's such a great groove, right? Nice bass.
The only thing that I feel we as artists need to do, and I know it's cliche, is to bring some honesty. In a world that has, so many lies of advertisement and isms and dogmas, I think to bring some honesty is a revolution by itself. And I think we have a part to play in that. And that's how I try to use my voice. I try to bring something that is real, that is painful, that is fearful, that is hopeful, that is loveful, that is hateful, that is all these things that are really going inside, and depict them as honestly as I can. There is something very symbolic about today's show, not just because I was here 2 years ago, but because I was here the first time in 2009. And I was here with Simply Red and Nina Hagen, and it was the first festival I ever did in Europe, I think. Maybe I did a German one, but in France it was certainly the first festival I ever did. And it was a huge deal for me back then. And I thought I'm gonna have those feelings, when you remember something as a kid, your dad looks big, the room looks big, and then you come and see it and it actually is very small. I thought I'd have that coming here today because I really thought about it, because it's the last show of the tour today. And there's some kind of cyclical, symbolic nature to it. And but it is still a big and beautiful venue. And I remember twice, the twice that I played here, the crowd was very, very warm. The first time was very surprising because I thought everybody would, just boo us off the stage. The second time it was with Mika, I think, and also there was a very, very energetic but also polite audience, and I'm looking forward to it. What has changed in the last 2 years? Probably everything, personally. I left my country, and I left my girlfriend, and I left my... and I'm in the middle of a transition in how I approach my artistic and whatever career or whatever it is.
The only thing I could say, now going into the song is that it's a live performance, and I don't know, it says TV7 or something on the side. I'm sure being there, it sounded a lot different. Right now, it's like ASAF's vocals are a little bit too low in the mix. You could still hear all his nuances and stuff, at least. But with that whole band jamming behind him and stuff, this feels like a natural recording. You know what I mean? Like if the recording device is on the camera, or maybe even a separate mic out there in the stage, it's not coming off the soundboard that's mixed. This is a natural recording. So he's a little bit down on that, but a little bit into the mix, but. That's cool. I'm digging that. I mean, like I've said before, live recordings, it's my thing. That's what I love. I love when seeing artists out there performing live. And I'm used to bootlegs where they were really, really crappy quality because they're bootlegs. That's the nature of the game, that you're recording it illegally. Now this is not, but I'm used to those kind of things, so that's fine. We all know how awesome ASAF is. So let me back that up. Woo! Before he gets into singing a little more, I just want to say he's surrounded by such talented people. I was thinking about that drummer, how solid he is. And yeah, if you're going to be jamming with ASAF Avidan on stage live in front of tons of people, ASAF is going to want to surround himself with the best. And these people have such talented, and the women are so beautiful in this band. I just, it's such a great vibe. The whole thing just got such a cool vibe to it. He looks freaking great. He's out there all in black, and doing his thing. He sounds great. I think he sounds great, as usual, of course. It just made me think he's like channeling James Brown energy here. It sounded like he was doing like a little bit of scat there, and just the groove of this song too. It's got like it's a funky song. Am I right or what? This has got some funk to it, man. I'm totally digging it. Totally digging it. This is just awesome.
Back to our hands. Back to our hands. Back to our hands. Back to our hands.
So I try to give some percentage to being free on stage, completely free, and jam with the musicians or go with the songs as I feel them. But I feel that, I don't know, you shouldn't get bored of singing the same song over and over, and I think you shouldn't try to always bring something completely new. I think something completely new happens just because of the situation. You're in a different mood and you play exactly the same song. It's like almost like a classical musician where they play exactly the same notes. It's written, all the orchestra, and and every time you can translate it with the same notes, with the same timing, with the same almost dynamics. You still can bring your own translation to it, and it's an interesting thing. Textually, it's a strange album for me because it's a concept album about a breakup, and it was written during the existence of the relationship. I was with the same girl for about 6 or 7 years, and so only when I was really mixing the album and I starting to define this order of the songs and complete them, I had to really admit to myself that this is not some projection of other people or the past experience, but this is really that honesty that I was talking about, something that I'm trying to scream out to myself that this is how I'm feeling, and I had to really confess that to myself and to her, and had to change my status in life and change my life. And so this album was a tool for me to let out an outlet and accept some emotions and thoughts that I was keeping down. So it's very important for me in that aspect. Musically, it's a weird album because it's a lot of, I didn't really care about defining a sound or a genre of music, which I really was important for me in different pulses. This time it was just about the songwriting and the melodies and the text, and it was, every song took me to a completely different genre. So there's jazz, and there's blues, and there's folk, and there's rock, and there's new rock, and there's, I don't know, like James Bond themes, and there's Serge Gainsbourg vocal, pop kind of female vocals, and there's reggae, and there's, I don't know, there's a lot of different things in there.
Okay, that's another song right there. Yeah, I totally agree with what he says there. See, now, this is what makes ASAF AVIDAN that true artist. There's so many layers that you could put on there because, we see him perform, and the way he's able to, work all this technology to loop himself and to add so many layers and such depth and everything. And we know his lyrics are always so deep, profound. There's just something. In fact, I can't even say there's something. Everything about ASAF AVIDAN is artistic. Everything. He's just he is the true embodiment of an artist. This is why I put him up into that range of those people like David Bowie that always kept reinventing himself. And ASAF does that too. Of course he's going to put this into this album. I'm sure all his albums are very deep and stuff. But and that reminds me is that Renat actually says that he does have a new album coming out soon. I don't know the date yet, but I believe it's called Unfurl. And I'm psyched, man. New music from ASAF AVIDAN. So real cool stuff. Let's check out the lyrics now. I said before, I talked about sea shanties because of Hoist Up the Colors. I'm familiar with the song Hoist the Colors, and so many vocal groups have done renditions of it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Cut away, let the axes fly. Let aloose them ropes and everything dry. Leave the scars of the land far away ashore. Leave the scars of the land far away ashore. Let the strumpets cry like the waves will roar. Let the strumpets cry. I love that. Like the waves will roar. Let the pall disperse. Let them see our stern, the rear of a ship. Pray we nay be moored. Pray our names be earned. Let our bilge grow damp. Let our bilge grow damp. That's the bottom of the ship. Let our futtocks crack. I don't know what futtocks are. Let our futtocks crack. I got to look that one up. May our bows be strong and the wind at our back. Lucky fools, hoist up them colors. Lucky fools, hoist up them colors. Bring the anchor up, up. Let the sails roll down. Let them rats grow old. May we hang on drown. May we hang on drown. Let the swell grow high. Nay, we stillness feel. Let the fathoms wail down below our keel. The keel is the center of the ship. I'm giving you some seafaring pointers if I can, although I don't know what futtocks are. Set a sail. Let the land lubbers stay. Leave this cradle of dirt to the ocean's spray. Let the skies and seas be our only friends. Let our journey start long before it ends. Lucky fools, hoist up them colors. Lucky fools, hoist up them colors. Take the fates back to our hands. Back to our hands. Take the fates back to our hands. Back to our hands. Now, you know, ASAF always sings so metaphorically that I'm sure this song isn't really about just being at sea on a tall ship and, you know, a sailor's life he be. You know, I don't think it's that cut and dry. I know I've done some songs of his that were pretty cut and dry. That's rare. It's very rare. So I don't know about this, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Is that the end of it there? Yeah, I think so. Yep. So, you know, it's hard for me to figure out what is he exactly referring to, if this is all metaphorical, all perhaps just an allegory to something. But that'll take some more deeper diving in there. I freaking love this song, Renat. I really do. I love these lyrics. Never, the lyrics and the performance that I saw, I would have thought they were two different freaking songs, you know? But what an incredible performance. I tell you what, if he dropped into a full split on stage the way James Brown, I would have jumped out of this chair. Love you, Renat. Hey, thanks for you guys hanging out. You guys be good to yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe, and Uncle Bill loves you.